where I parked is considered illegal parking.
So alleyways are considered roadways. It's for through traffic. You can't actually park in them.
Okay.
Makes sense.
That needs to be more clear in the code then.
Well, I mean
Yeah,
that's just how alleyways work. It's for through traffic. It's like parking in the middle of a street. You can't do that.
I mean, people park on the side of streets.
Oh, sorry. There we go. Now I have the chat up.
Well, yeah. If it's a
fixed.
designated parking area, then you can park there. But that was
I was
not a
worried.
designated
I was freaking out a little
parking
bit.
area.
I'm like,
It
oh
was
fuck! It's everything's
in the
wrong.
middle
It's broken.
of an alleyway, ma'am.
Well, thank you. Appreciate you.
All right. Using the road argument.
You're trying to argue legal parking. I don't. Just tell her. No, that's
treating
bad.
alleyways as roads.
I don't treat them as roads. That is just what they are. I don't do that.
Okay. Would you arrest somebody for illegal parking or parking on the curb? The curb is not painted yellow or red.
Well, you weren't parked on the curb.
I mean, I was parked as reasonably close as I could.
Why are you trying to argue
wall.
legal parking?
Oh, okay. A wall is not a curb.
And it's also not obstructing the alleyway, so.
Well, look, I'm not here to argue with you. You
parking on
were
the curb
illegally
is
parked,
for-
ma'am. That wasn't a
That's for
designated
many other
parking
reasons for why
area.
it's not. You're not supposed to park on the curb.
And I
'Cause it
didn't
prevents turning.
arrest you for illegal parking.
Of vehicles.
Still charging me for it though.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're getting it. Well, you're getting a ticket for that.
For the illegal parking, you can only park in designated spaces, sadly. So it has to have like the white lines, or I guess you are allowed to park on like the side of the road if you are out in the country area. So you're allowed to do that.
Yeah, yeah. You can park where it's designated for parking, but alleyways aren't designated parking spots. What's up?
All right, there we go. Things look to be working okay-ish. Okay, I got it.
Ma'am, what's the pin to your safe at your hotel?
1215.
It's 1215, Cork. You copy?
Make sure.
Okay. All right.
Oh, whoops. You guys didn't have any. Oh, whoops. Okay, that's my fault. Whoops.
Well, we better figure out.
You guys didn't
where
have
those
any
came
music.
From.
All right. Whoops.
Yeah,
I was wondering about that.
That's really not good, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Where did you
I have
get
music
that
playing
shit?
the
That's in the safe in your hotel
whole
room?
time.
Where'd you get that?
What?
How was that turned off?
Come on, don't play coy with me. You know what there.
I mean, I don't know. A bunch of stuff. I don't remember what I put in where.
Where did you get that?
What?
The stuff in the safe of your hotel room.
Pennies?
Yes.
Garbage? Are pennies illegal?
No, they're legal.
No, they're perfectly legal.
Illegal
Where'd you get them?
Garbage cans? People throw them away.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, you know, you've been very, 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 very compliant. If you plead guilty, I'll just let you walk out of here.
What are you charging her with?
Unlawful possession of weapons, and
Okay.
well, that's like the only charge. and she's gonna be getting a ticket for illegal parking.
Okay. Oh, that's a misdemeanor, meaning it's not going to affect your job or any future prospects in that way.
Yep, that's true.
Pretty minor charge, honestly. So, while the burden is normally they have to prove that you knew the gun was there, I did forget a bit, but with this state that that burden's only 51%, so it probably would be pretty easy to prove that you had a gun there. Yeah.
It was in her legally owned vehicle.
But I didn't know this. I learned this on Sil. Wait, fuck. I'm meta information. Whoops.
Okay.
All right.
So
I learned that on Sil, not in Lis. No, I learned that. I learned that myself. What am I talking about? I learned that myself out of character. Okay. never
not
mind.
knowing it's there, am I still responsible for it, even though it's in my vehicle?
Yes.
All right. What's your opinion?
For how to plead for this?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very minor charge. If you're just worried about having a clean record, I don't think it's too big of a deal. It's and if he's letting you walk, I think that's. I mean, it depends on how much you don't want to go deal with prison. And I mean, would you let her walk without pleading guilty?
No.
She's worked with you so much, though.
I know. That's
kind of
why
fucked
I'm
up,
giving
actually.
No, that's why I'm giving her this plea deal.
Uh,
If she pleads guilty, she can just walk out of here because she worked with us.
Okay.
That's I've never once let anybody ever.
He's never
walk.
done that.
Wow.
You would be the first. You would be popping my cherry right now, ma'am.
What's your name?
Marcus Julius, Trooper Juice.
That is an unfortunate name.
Would you like to pop me?
Honestly, not really.
Okay.
Wow. I can't believe she said that.
Aw.
All right.
All right.
Sorry, I'm not big on first timers.
Well, okay, then you're gonna go to jail.
All right. Just put my card with my stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can give you your stuff back. Hold on.
you're going to jail. How do you want to plead then?
Let me.
No contest.
You want to plead no contest? Okay.
Yeah.
It's generally best to be safe that way, but
All right.
hopefully, I mean, I don't think it affect you too much in the future for this kind of charge. But
All right. You're gonna get full time then.
All right.
full time. All right.
Well, she's pleading no contest. I can't give time off for no contest.
Oh, you can. You have to give time served.
Oh wait. Yeah, you're right. I'll give you time served.
Okay.
So you got to go up for 5 months.
All right.
What is unlawful possession? Is it? Let me check. Oh, I'm on duty.
Marcus,
I'm not making money.
Jesus Christ.
I'm money. I'm money.
What a name.
What?
Oh, let me give you my number
All
in
right.
case you have any questions as well. All right.
You
Okay.
are going up for 5 months. The fine is $1,665. Okay, ma'am.
All right.
All right. We'll see you committing crimes another day. Have a good one.
Like jaywalking.
Not a crime here.
Jaywalking's
That's legal.
not a
Yeah, it's
crime.
fine, yep. All right.
All right.
That's funny.
Let's get to that freaking meeting.
I didn't realize he had a cop character.
Hold on. I gotta process the evidence.
No, wait. He did have a cop character actually, because I thought. I remember thinking before. Wait, no, that can't be the case. There was someone else who has a very similar voice to him, who I thought was John Sims' cop character. Like a very similar voice. I should check out his stream sometime.
Sorry, he's so hard.
I kind of like him hard. So.
All right.
All right.
All right. Let's go. Hey, Liz.
Yeah.
Stop being so fucking weird.
What do you mean?
You wanted me to keep talking to you while you came?
I mean, yeah. I mean, because I was just worried. I wasn't sure if you were rushing me. So.
Yeah, I wanted you to come quickly, but Jesus Christ, man,
and
what
I
the
did.
fuck?
That's for sure.
You did come fast, but my God, sometimes you have to control yourself.
I mean, you make it hard. That's.
I did not make that hard.
You were very aggressive with your voice, and it just.
You made it hard.
It's. I'm for sure you made it hard. That's for sure. That's.
No, you were already hard. I didn't do that.
All right. I think you did a little bit more than that. That's for sure.
Oh, okay, all right. You know, go back to being a lawyer.
Okay.
Go,
Right.
get out there.
Just for you, all right? All right. All right. I don't know where that came from. I usually don't. I usually don't joke around like that, but it was funny. All right. Oh, that was very fast. Oh. Okay, let me just not. Okay, was he chasing the person? Oops, I almost okay. they stopped, okay. I guess so. I don't know what. He just said the way he said it. I don't know. I felt like, oh my god. I still haven't learned in character how he got fired. I'm so curious. I've been trying to figure it out in character because I don't like admitting too much, especially if it's like recent information. But what's it called? I've been calling him and I've been texting him.
No shit.
And that's all he called me. Like, called me 3 times. It was after I'd called him previous. So, you know what it must be? I'm usually pretty good at picking up whenever people are like okay with joking around and whatnot. And he's definitely somebody who is okay with joking around. And so whenever there are people like that around, I mean, I know I can be like extra jokey. Because they're not going to care too much about it. Or they realize like this is, so some people, they have some difficulties understanding that this is, let me check. I don't think anybody's still here, right? Let me check. Have difficulties understanding that this is role playing. We're supposed to be playing characters. And so they take things very seriously. And think it's like a personal attack on themselves, which isn't the greatest, but that's always going. There's always going to be some people like that. But this looks closed, probably. But I could open it up, probably. Let me just, what? You stuck on? But he's definitely someone who's okay with joking around. Can I? Was it? Oh. It's been a while since I've locked and unlocked the door. Oh. Okay. Alright, so they're closed, right? Yeah. It's always RP. I mean, you especially have to be, because I know he's someone who's very okay with conflicts. And I know a lot of people are not the... I think conflicts are a good thing. You know, I think it encourages growth. I think it... what's it called? It stops stagnation. I think it's just generally a good thing. But some people have difficulties seeing that or feeling that whenever they're like a part of it themselves. I mean, I was like that at one point too, where I remember my Lis here got robbed. What's it called? His first month or so in the city, and all the contacts he had on his, they took his phone, and all the contacts in his phone, I thought those were just like gone permanently, and I was pissed. I was so mad. I'm like, no, everything, all the people I've met, all the people, that's all gone. Those connections and whatnot, and just not really connection, but you know, like friends and just different connections you make, like this, like as a person, sort of thing. Oh, okay. And I was pissed. I was real pissed. And I had let's make it like a police report about it, and I was so mad. But I ended up getting a whole bunch of RP from it, and I realized, like, oh, even getting robbed is a good thing. Even getting robbed is a good thing. Matches under CZ, yeah, right. A lot of people take it very personally, and a lot of people have trouble not associating the feelings with them, of their character with themselves. They have trouble disassociating. But for I'm pretty much a pro though when it comes to disassociating. That's that's how I cope. I disassociate, and so for that reason, it's very easy for me to create at least a barrier to say, you know, this is my character and this is me, sort of thing. And while I can empathize with my character and I can feel things my character does, that doesn't necessarily mean he's me. Although that's definitely become harder because I've learned I've learned very I learned decently quickly that people didn't really like the character so much as this me role playing myself. Because I would slip sometimes and just like be myself rather than the character, and people would seem to enjoy that a lot more. And I was like, huh, that seems kind of strange. And the more did it, more people liked it. I'm like, okay, I can just play myself. I can just role play myself, and people are okay with that. Okay, sure, whatever. And that's what I've been doing. And people seem happy enough. I always love hearing people I roleplay with say like, oh, you know, I really like your roleplay, and you know, that's this, right? Viewers as well, of course. But whenever it's someone I've roleplayed with myself, I don't know, it feels very genuine. They're like, yeah, we know we played a game together, essentially, and I had a lot of fun because of you, sort of thing. Just with his car. These locals driving crazy. But yeah, I was ranting. I love driving around when I'm ranting. John is definitely someone who's very much okay with combat RP, which is a good thing, because we need more people like that to be aggro tanks, as I call them. People like Wrangler, who are very okay with people hating them. The problem with aggro tanks, I mean, is that they have to shoulder quite a bit, and they'll get people who are out for blood, sort of thing, and are out to make their life miserable because of a perceived slight in some form. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. So I'm not sure how often other people stream. I usually try to stay away from watching other people's streams too much because I don't really want meta information, and because I know, like, even if I try really hard not to, I still probably will unconsciously act differently if I have information that's meta. And also having the meta information that my character doesn't have feels like really bad because I'm trying to find out, but I'm trying to get the information so my character knows it, because I just want to, like, get it out, because otherwise I can otherwise it's very, wait, there's layer, no? It's very what's the word I'm looking for? It feels like I'm holding back in some way, like I'm having to purposely forget, which is somewhat annoying. The aggro thing. I don't necessarily think that's the case. I think he definitely. So, one of the things I've learned about Penta, whenever I've only really roleplayed with Wrangler, but well, it's in some a tiny bit of my block, but is that he really loves roleplay. Like he just really loves it. Because there'd be different ways where I ask people like, "Hey, do you want to roleplay?" Where I had Lis working at fast food for a long time, and I would ask people, and whenever people ask for water, I'm like, "Oh, do you want vegan water?" And sometimes people would be like, yeah, sure, whatever. And other times you get people like, vegan water? Like, what's that? And what are you talking about? And I go and explain, vegan waters. It's let's go make sure to get rid of all the microbes and parasites usually present in water. And we'd have like a conversation starter sort of thing. But that would be my like way of asking, do you want to roleplay? Some people wouldn't. Some people would just like wanted to get the food sort of thing. But some people wouldn't. And with Wrangler, every time I've asked him that question of, do you want to roleplay? He always answers yes every single time. It's very nice because I can do whatever and he's willing to play off it. Some people aren't willing to like really roleplay with you. They're not wanting to have anyone else like in control, I guess, in some way. Some people are like really big about control. A lot of people are, including myself, I should say, but and so giving up control in some form is it's difficult. I mean, that's generally always true. I mean, even me with Lis, I'm I thought I was a pushover for a long time, but I'm starting to find out I'm not actually a pushover. I'm very much so not a pushover. And so I kind of, if I believe I'm right, I'm going to fight then what's called to prove so, or to fight against whatever, so if someone is saying otherwise, sort of thing. And that works pretty well as a lawyer. Works very nicely. Why did I park there, actually? I probably shouldn't park there. It's fun. Is anyone awake during these times? Maybe. Mm-hmm. That doesn't always happen, but it's. I have when I made Lis, I created 2 rules for him. One, he's a pacifist. He can't physically hurt anybody physically. And 2, he can't. Or what's called? He has to accept any reasonable request. Now, give me all of your money isn't a reasonable request. But hey, can you help me out with this case? That's a reasonable request. I can help out. Now, if I have 7 cases and someone asks that, it's a little bit less reasonable because I'm, that's quite a bit. But what's it called? I need to pay, what's it called? I need to pay some RP for some reason. It makes me easier to talk. But it does but it is very nice to. Give me a sec. What is it? I left the room as well now. Okay. Maybe we'll remember if I go back inside. Oh, it makes it so. I guess that would make Lis a yes man, and so yes and. That's something you do in improv. Is rather than denying the other person's whatever they're doing, you just say yes and. You follow up. You continue on. You add a chapter, so to speak. And so that works very well for creating RP. And sometimes when you go yes and enough, people are willing to, whenever you come up with something for them, they're willing to say yes and. Sometimes. Some people are just never going to be willing to say yes and, but sometimes look at the people who are, and that's very nice. Yeah. And honestly, though I say I have that role for Lis, there's only been like 4 times where I've ever been like, okay, I have to do this because Lis has this role. Otherwise, I'm pretty okay with doing whatever if people are asking me of it. Yeah, I usually have trouble saying no. So yeah, it's pretty easy to do that aspect.